Okay, so here's the thing I was thinking. You can look at this stuff a bunch of different ways, and I believe in taking control of your own mind and deciding how to look at something, with the idea of getting the goal of having, the strongest, healthiest life as a result. So, what we're doing is a public debate, even the great public debate. In other words, the political part of this debate, it is being listened to now. It's not like they do what the online people think, but they have, the ear. They can get these things sort of into the conversation all the way, to Washington or whatever. And it's the same thing, the academic people come on, they some of them slum and talk with us amateurs, and there is a back and forth more and more. And so that's sort of over noble, making it like it's a noble thing. And there, because I want to emphasize doing something productive. On the other hand, I never claim to be doing it for that noble reason, okay? Just when people put it down or say it's only for bullshit, it's like, no, it's like TV. It's mostly for bullshit, but it's also, for David Attenborough nature shows that actually do teach you about the world. Okay, so, I want to emphasize that. Me personally, I just like the dialogue. I'm working on my ideas. I have a way of presenting ideas that's designed to get the kind of feedback I can use. Okay. On the other hand, there is a contest. It is a verbal contest. There is a sword fight. You pull out, you write a sentence. It's like you flash your lightsaber on. When the other guy breaks that one, you pull out another. Or it's a kung fu match. There is a contest there, and you are. How do you know if you won? What are you looking for? What's the sign that you've won? See, in imponing, it's emotional catastrophe, signs of emotional catastrophe in the other person. If it's a little bit more towards the Coughlin side of poning, it's just if a blustery person is like, well, but no, yeah, that may be true, but, and they're stuck. And that's actually good. That's why I think, there would be the poning league in the word fight club or whatever, in the video battle zone. Um, Actually have a name, and none of these are the name. But anyway, uh, that's why you'd have that, because there could be that kind of thing where hey, it's just like, come out, be arrogant and opinionated. We want every angle on the subject, so we're going to watch that version, but that's the pro wrestling, but we're also going to watch the actual, you know, the actual thing as well. So what do I go for? What am I looking for? And it's part of my strategy never to say. So this is where the video ends. No, not really. What is it? Well, I I like um, I like when somebody realizes, oh yeah, we were misunderstanding each other. I thought you meant this, and you know. So some people consider that anticlimactic, but I consider that a win. Um, Also, um, I like when people say, this happens to me a lot. You just reduce everything to nonsense and you make it all meaningless, and it's just bullshit what you're saying anyway. And then they go their own business, and I continue to watch their videos, and I see them start to use the idea that I was arguing uh, that they should have. And Mendev's done that several times. Um, that's a win. So, you see, for me, nobody else has to notice the sign of the win. My system is not a voting system. I decide who won. Um, I also win when I make a prediction, because predictions are just essentially bullshit, right? You can't make a prediction until the future, and yet that's what science and everything's about. It's awesome. It's like pure, uh, I was going to say pure religion. Um, but predicting the future is what it's all about. Just because it's so bullshit, how brave. Into the future. So if I predict, let's say, that some asshole's really actually a good guy, and sometimes I lose. Uh, so, I lost with fake Sega. That's why I'm bitter, because I lost that bet. I was so sure. But anyway, I could still win that one. He could have a comeback, I think. Because I think it's just, it's a matter of cynicism. If you think it's all for bullshit, You know, it's like I like watching bullshit TV, but I don't go, oh, TV's just bullshit. It's ruining the culture. It's like, no, I learned so much off the TV, you know, before the internet was around and just nature programs and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit. I also learned how to filter out bullshit, you know? So, I mean, I'm harder to manipulate because the TV tries to manipulate you so much. So, anyway. But yeah, I'm looking to, is there any other points? There's probably, I should make the point. I should make a point chart actually, because I'll bet there's more. There's more wins in that I look for in the little contests. You know, it's each one of these touches. You know, there would be the scoring system, and if somebody has an emotional breakdown, I fail. That means I overpowered my opponent in a way I'm not supposed to. Emotionally. So this makes it difficult to talk to people that are emotionally weaker. I've had to develop a system where I can handle gently. But then again, in the real life, I'm kind of like that. Like I've always liked catching animals in a humane way, snakes and lizards and stuff when I was a kid. And really, you can't catch rodents because they'll bite you and give you some disease that way. But you can't catch them with your hands too much. It's not safe. But you know, I'd be like the crocodile hunter of the gentle animals. You know, calming down. My grandma's insane poodle. You know, it's a hobby thing. You know, I want to do that all the way up to being able to handle that big bulldog that's like, and knowing how to deal with that as well, how to scare a bear off that comes to your camp. It happened this summer. I was at a campground and 4 different bears came. But so yeah, I guess I admit I'm looking for a kind of point thing as well. But I think mine lines up with these higher purposes, with these higher functions. So anyway, that's my last video on this stuff for a while. I have a video I'm going to make about the about single personality order.